drives you to do what you've done in banking?
Well, I no longer have a vision or a dream.
Okay.
I'm 81, 82 years old, but I think Republic Bank and Trust Company is on the threshold of becoming what Kentucky doesn't have, and that is, I want to say, a major bank.
Okay.
If you look at all the things that's happening in and around Kentucky, most of the major financing has to be done by out-of-state banks, money center banks, New York, Philadelphia,
Okay.
Washington, places of that nature. It doesn't come from Kentucky banks. There are two banks in Kentucky that are about $3 billion. That's one over in eastern Kentucky, and we are $3 billion.
Okay.
So we can service the needs of Kentucky, but when it comes to whether the fabulous, incredible Museum Plaza, I mean, there's not a bank around here that can participate in any major effort or initiative in that.
It's understandable.
So that's what drives me is the thought and ideas that Republic Bank has the leadership. My son Steve's our CEO.
Right.
He's got great management style. He understands. He's had boots on the ground, and he's got a team that he's put together, which I think is of the highest level. In addition to that, we built our capital, and we continue to build our capital. Someone asked me, you know, what's the best advice I ever had? And I said, well, I could say cash is king.
Yeah.
But there's other advice I've had along the
Bernard,
way.
who do you credit most influential in your life?
My wife.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's great.
Clearly and absolutely. I
great.
was at a crossroads when I decided to leave Commercial Credit. And by the way, Commercial Credit was a great company. They certainly treated me well. They treated my folks who were acquired with Union Trust well. So I was ready to leave them. The travel was kind of getting me down. You do a lot of travel in positions of that nature. So in any event, Gene and I talked about very briefly. My wife waits till she gets me in a car by myself, God love her, where the phone doesn't ring and nobody asks me questions.
Right.
Not only to tell me everything I ought to know, but tell me what she wants to tell me. So we talked about it a few minutes, and I said, you know, we're doing pretty good. You know, we could kick back a little bit. But she says, you don't want to do that. I know you don't want to do that. So that's at that crossroads when I told her of it wasn't a great strategy or a plan
Right.
Of starting what we now know as Republic Bank Trust Company.
That's amazing.
And she endorsed it. She said, great, I'm great. I mentioned you, she's a good soldier. Believe me, the best soldier.